Ever wondered why some men are unforgettable? It's not because they're the wealthiest or most charming. It's because they leave something behind, an emotional imprint that lingers in a woman's mind. She replays their words, their silences, their eye contact, and even the texts they never sent. Why? Because it's not about chasing, it's about presence. It's about pull, not from trying harder, but from owning your energy. Most men overshare, over-explain, and overinvest, then get confused when she loses interest. But the men who stay in her head, they play it differently. They understand restraint. They understand how powerful tension, mystery, and emotional unpredictability can be. In this series, you're going to learn how to become that man, the one she thinks about when no one's watching, not by begging for her time, but by mastering emotional self-control. This isn't manipulation, it's composure. And when you truly embody it, she won't just want you, she'll feel drawn to you. Let's get into it.
Point 1. Why she can't stop thinking about you. Most men never learn this. How to become the type of man who sticks in a woman's mind, not for a night, but long after the moment passes. The kind of presence she compares others to. The mistake? Guys give too much, too soon. Too much interest, too many compliments, too much effort to impress. And with that, the tension dies. Curiosity fades. Mystery vanishes. And just like that, he's forgettable. If you want to stay on her mind, emotionally, mentally, even physically, it's not about flash. It's about how you carry yourself. Women don't obsess over the obvious. They're drawn to what feels unknown. The man who doesn't give himself away easily. The one who doesn't need validation, but still commands attention. She should feel like she's earning your focus, not entitled to it. That creates intrigue. Intrigue builds desire, and desire makes her chase, even when you're not chasing her. The biggest mistake men make is trying to convince her they're worthy. But if you're truly grounded in who you are, there's no convincing necessary. You become the storm that stays calm. Whether she comes or goes, you're still you. That emotional stillness, it hooks her. It makes her question the tiniest things. Why didn't he text? Does he even like me? And suddenly, she's the one overanalyzing. She's the one reaching out. But here's the catch. This only works if you genuinely let go of needing her approval. If you're faking detachment, she'll sense it. But if you're really living your life, focused on your purpose, inviting her in instead of chasing her down, now that's powerful. And when you do spend time with her, be yourself. Not perfect, not polished, just calm, authentic, and slightly hard to read. Let her feel like she's peeling back layers. Because it's not comfort that breeds desire. It's the subtle tension, that almost but not quite vibe. Even when things get physical, stay cool. Don't rush for labels or definitions. Let the connection breathe. Because here's what women rarely admit. They crave the man who doesn't rush to claim them, who enjoys their presence but doesn't depend on it. That subtle edge, that unpredictability, it keeps her intrigued. You don't need to lie, you don't need to act. Just stop overgiving. Let her earn her way into your world just like you're evaluating her. And when she feels she has to work a little to keep your interest, she will. She'll invest more. She'll lean in, even if she doesn't fully understand why. Because in the end, it's not about looks, money, or being over-romantic. It's about emotional control. That man who isn't trying to be chosen because he already knows he's worth choosing. Point 2. Why withholding beats impressing every time. Most men are taught to lead, provide, and protect. To give everything up front, thinking it'll earn love. But the truth? Overgiving. Point 3. How subtle uncertainty keeps you on her mind. Ever notice how people justify their actions with stories, especially when emotions get complicated? Women do it too, not out of cruelty, but to protect themselves emotionally. They'll say, he didn't care, or he stopped listening. Even if that's not entirely true, the narrative helps them cope. And that's when I realized, storytelling is power. If she needs a story, give her one. Not a lie, but an emotional thread she can't stop following. Something like, he didn't seem that into me at first, but the more we talked, the more I think I won him over. I think. That last part, I think, that's where the hook lives. That sliver of doubt, that's what keeps her coming back. Because uncertainty creates emotional gravity. Here's what most men miss. When a woman feels something real for you, she will tolerate more emotional complexity than you expect. Not because she's weak, because she's emotionally strong.
Women don't always want ease. They want to feel. They want a journey. That's why the perfect guy often doesn't stand a chance. Not because he's doing anything wrong, but because there's no emotional challenge, no spark, no suspense. You don't need to cause chaos. You just need to leave a little room for uncertainty. Be warm but unreadable, present but not predictable. Don't over-explain. Don't text back instantly. Don't fill every silence. Let her wonder a bit. That mystery keeps the story going. And slowly, she starts chasing. She initiates. She asks when she'll see you again. She starts planning the future in her head, even if you haven't said a word about it. Because you've become the story, the puzzle, the narrative she wants to finish. Most men were told to be nice, consistent, and available. But predictability isn't passion. Comfort isn't attraction. Mystery is. Tension is. That subtle emotional imbalance is where desire lives. And the truth? Women already use this. They reply hours later with a little emoji. They act like they forgot your plans. That's not forgetfulness. It's emotional strategy. Whether conscious or not, it builds tension. It raises value. So what happens when you start using that same energy with confidence and self-respect? You become unforgettable. You become the one she replays, the one she wonders about, the one she can't stop thinking about. Because high value isn't about chasing. It's about knowing you never had to. Give her just enough to keep her curious, but never enough to satisfy it. Let her chase the next chapter. Let her wonder what happens next. Because the moment you become predictable, you stop being the story. Let me know if you'd like this split into 3 shorter scripts, or if you want visual prompts for video content.